What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Biggie Smallz podcast. I am here with my two co-hosts, Eli, EJ. I am
What's
Ray.
good? What's good?
How is everybody feeling today? What's going on?
Uh, besides feeling sick, I feel good, man. I'm
Yeah.
happy. Thanksgiving was good. Basketball season is
That's a
here.
fact. That's a fact. How
Yeah,
was
yeah,
every?
yeah.
I mean, how was your Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving was good. It was so fast. This is my first year like actually cooking.
Oh shoot. Okay.
Yeah.
What'd you make?
Mac and cheese
Hey.
Oh,
and
can't go
banana
wrong with
pudding.
Mac.
See.
Yeah, I
Uh,
went and
does your girlfriend allow you to have a man?
we could ask her.
I can kill a banana pudding. Let me tell you.
Yo, come to the crib, bro. I got
Yep.
mad leftover.
Word?
Yeah.
I
Nah.
need some mac and cheese, man.
There's
Love
no more of
mac
that
and
though.
cheese.
Yeah. That was,
I
so you know what that means, right?
I figured.
My boy made a slamming
There's
mac
no
and
more of
cheese.
that. Yo, I impressed myself, bro. I'm not
Nice.
even gonna lie. Now I really want to start like getting into cooking.
That's
for real.
awesome.
Yeah. I mean, I had the family over
True.
here
Yes.
for a week.
Yeah.
So that was nice to have him here.
That was probably lit.
Yeah, it was not bad. I had a lot of people over on Thanksgiving. Friends, family. Played dominoes. That was fun. Pretty
That's
chill
always
now.
fun.
Yeah.
That's
It's always
always fun.
fun.
It was cool. It was cool for me. It was cool. But I still had to work. I still have to work Wednesday and Friday. So to me, it was just a day off.
Bro.
I'm horrible when it comes to contributions because I bring alcohol.
That's fine too.
Yeah. Well, true, but I know usually it's what food do you bring in type of stuff. Meanwhile, Ray's bringing alcohol.
I'm cool with that too.
Yeah.
We are going to get into the nitty gritty. I do not have a trivia question for you guys today because I think we really need to just get into
Yeah,
it.
word.
We need to dive into it. And I do have, actually, I don't really have it on this docket, so I need to bring it up later on to you guys. But, anyways, I do have baseball stuff. But guess who's not starting with baseball today? You guessed it. Ray. We are going to
Wow.
start with the NFL and one of, I don't even want to use the word I mean, I guess it was controversial. I guess it was.
I mean, this is something I'm excited to talk about.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Monday Night Football.
Mm-hmm.
The Philadelphia Eagles take down the Kansas City Chiefs,
Yeah.
right? For, I guess, the title of the best team in the NFL, because I think these are the
Top two.
the Eagles have the number one record, and I think the Chiefs are tied with like 8,000 other teams.
Yeah. We're
Right.
like 6.
What you guys think about this matchup? I know Eli got it. You know what? We're gonna start with you because
Yeah.
Eli has a ton to say.
Yeah.
EJ, what you see in this game? How do you feel about each team and their
So
the perspective?
I started watching it late. I got home like around like towards the end of the third quarter, and that's when I started catching it. So I didn't see really much of the first half. All that I've gathered was that the Chiefs' offense was literally a no-show in the second half, which is what I saw. I do think that it was a great game. Besides all the miscues that happened in that game, I think it was a great rematch of the Super Bowl. I think if these were two teams to play against each other in the Super Bowl, I think it would be another great matchup. Um, one thing I will say is that the Chiefs' offense is, like I said in the beginning of the season, like they were going to struggle. They were going to
Checkmate.
struggle. Like they're just not the same offensive team that they were in the past years. Now I'm not saying that they're not good because they are, but these are big games, big pressure games, and you're asking these new wide receivers, young wide receivers to play in these big moments against a tough Eagles team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I just don't think they have those pieces, those dogs. I'm gonna just say those dogs besides Kelsey. And I think teams are starting to realize, like, hey, if we just do not let Kelsey catch the ball and force these other young wide receivers to make plays, they're beatable. And it sucks because this is the first year you can actually say that the Chiefs' defense is holding it down for them. And they cannot put up points
Yep.
to help them, but it was always a reverse. And then the flip side to it was you got to give kudos to the Eagles. Like they battled in that game. They fought tooth and nail to get to where they were. And I think even if Valdez Scanley makes that catch at the end, I still think the Eagles come down and win. There was just too much time left on the clock.
Yeah. There's a minute and 36 seconds. Yeah.
Damn, I don't remember.
Uh-huh.
Well,
It's a lot of time.
yeah, me and Eli were at the gym yesterday, and we were talking about it. And he asked, I forgot what. Sorry, I forgot what question he asked me, and I told him straight up, I was like, "Yo, Monday feels like an eternity ago. I don't remember. I don't remember anything."
So much that happened.
Yeah, true.
What I will say this to piggyback one of your points. I think one of the main reasons that a lot of people really just throw to the side. The Eagles lost their, excuse me, the Kansas City Chiefs lost their what's this guy's name? Offensive coordinator to the Washington Commanders.
Eric Bieniemy.
There we go. That guy, for what we know in the last 3-4 years, was a magician.
Oh yeah.
Was a magician. Obviously, they had the Hills, they had the Kelseys, they have the Mahomes, they have the Andy Reid. But that guy, what the offensive scheme that he built up for that team, it's like he understood. All right, I understand the weapons that I have. This is what
Yeah.
I'm gonna build around them. Now that they lost them, it kind of looks like they're a little bit lost. Now that we can't put all our chips into that because, like you said, the defense is playing well. You still have Mahomes, you still have Reed, you still have Kelsey, Isaiah, you still have all these boys. But Mr. Eli.
Well, I'm gonna start off with giving flowers to the Eagles. I'm gonna start there because I've been talking a lot on every team, particularly, and with the Eagles, they struggled. That first half, they struggled, and I was nervous. I texted in the group chat like, googly eyes, like, what we doing here? It was 17-7. They only scored 7 points in the first half. Did not move the ball. I don't know if you guys know, but my guy Jalen Hurts got sacked 5 times. That offensive line.
In the first half?
Not in the first half, but
the
like
whole game.
The whole game, he got sacked 5 times.
Wow, I didn't know that.
And we all know that offensive line is the real deal. Probably number 1.
No, yeah, but I think the Chiefs' defense is legit, bro.
Their front four, Johnson is doing his thing.
Mhm.
Secondary looked actually really good. To have A.J. Brown, 1 reception,
I know.
8 yards, that is insane. To only have 4 targets, I get it. You're going to go ahead, you're going to double him, you're going to make him work, and hey, next guy up. And guess what happened? Devontae Smith was like, I'll be that guy. He had 99 yards, 6 receptions. He balled out. And I'm not going to say that A.J. Brown is a diva, but I get it. You're 17-7. You're down at half. You're not getting the ball. Well, guess what? You're getting doubled. It's going to be hard to get you the ball. And especially when that defensive line your offensive line is not holding up, guess what? I got to get the ball out quick. I got to go to Devontae Smith, who has one-on-one. I'm going to feed him. So I get him being upset because, hey, you're the guy. You've scored in 4 straight games 125 yards. You want the ball, especially against the Chiefs, who beat you in the Super Bowl. But here's the kudos to them, in a sense. Yeah, Chiefs had their miscues in the red zone. But guess what? That's part of the game. You got to go ahead and get Kelsey. Kelsey needs to go down. He cannot try to fight for more yards. You punch the ball out. Defensively, you made Mahomes make a mistake. You capitalized. Things like that is what wins you ball games.
Yeah.
So I have to give it to them.
Yeah.
They stuck out. They won an Arrowhead, and they beat them.
They find ways to win games, bro.
We were looking after the camera. We were looking. Their schedule, they're 9-1, but it looks gross.
Yeah.
Like the teams they faced, it's disgusting. What happened to the Jets? Jalen Hurts throwing three interceptions. Him going against the Commanders in an overtime game twice. It was 38-31, and then another game they're going again with the Commanders twice. So like these games are really close against the Cowboys. Cowboys yet again can't find a way to win. Freaking foot out of bounds by Dak. Ferguson at the inches. So like stuff like that. I don't want to call it luck. I want to call it they find ways to win.
Yeah.
And they went ahead in Arrowhead, had a bad first half. I don't know if you watched the podcast. I was talking to him about it, but the Kelsey podcast.
Yeah.
Kelsey goes ahead and says, "Hey, Arrowhead was so loud I couldn't communicate with Jalen Hurts. Our counts were off. We were not in rhythm. We were not in sync. Jalen Hurts threw the ball for 150 yards.
Yeah.
In this era of passing, 150. He also threw an interception. He also fumbled the ball. Like, he also struggled. So when you have a team that is number 1, they are number 1 of the NFL, and they struggled and they find a way to win, tip your hat off.
Yeah, absolutely.
They won.
Absolutely.
But I'm going to now rip into the Kansas City Chiefs because there's no reason that you are the first team against the Eagles to rush for 100 yards against that defense. Rush for 100 yards. Pacheco, going to work. And you do that, and you're leading 17-7 going at half on a roll. What happened that second half? Like, I'm concerned. Okay, they made the adjustments. They doubled Kelsey. Andy Reid, make adjustments. Because two games prior to that, guess what Dolphins did? They doubled Kelsey. Didn't score in the second half. Broncos, they learned from the first time. We're going to double Kelsey. Go ahead and beat us with Rice and Watson and those boys. Beat us.
That's
Well,
the
guess what they
problem.
did? Well, Kelsey, guess what? I'm going to go ahead, throw you 3 guys. Hey, yo, Scanley, go make a play. You have a linebacker on you. Go make a play. So, to your point, even if he makes that, I still don't think the Chiefs won. Because it's a minute 36 seconds. We would finally get what we wanted to see in the Super Bowl, which was what?
Jalen
Don't
Hurts.
call that freaking flag.
Mm-hmm.
Let them play. Let them kick the field goal. And, hey, Jalen Hurts, run it back. We would have got to see what the Eagles really about with a minute 36 seconds with timeouts.
I agree.
With timeouts. So I think that game was still in hold for the Eagles to win. The Chiefs got work to do. Andy Reid needs to figure it out. Kelsey needs to put the blame on him. There's no reason why you're dropping balls. There's no reason why you're out here fumbling the ball in the red zone. Mahomes, there's no reason why you're missing your guy 5 yards up ahead. There's no reason why you're throwing an interception in the red zone. There's no reason for it, especially against the Eagles. The Chiefs have 26 drop passes in the NFL. 26, the most. That is insane. That's not winning ball games. It's not. So they got to figure it out. Andy Reid's got to figure it out with Kelsey being doubled. Mahomes, I'm sorry. If you're the GOAT as you say you are, you got to go ahead and figure it out. If it's your guys, we got to figure it out. I don't know what to say with that, with Rice and Watson. I get it. They're young, but they got to figure it out. They're on the big stage. If Kelsey's getting doubled, you got next man up. I'm going to have to step up.
I mean, I feel like he's trying. He's trying to put his trust in them. A lot of
Yeah.
times, it's hitting them right in their hands.
And it's 26 drops. It's not like, you know what I mean? And he's taking the blame.
Yeah,
like he's taking.
and
He's
the
like,
thing
hey,
is, he is taking the blame. Like he's like, yo, I gotta throw a better pass. And on some of them, he does need to throw a better pass.
yeah,
But like, yo, I mean, we say it all the time, bro. You get paid to do this.
that. No, you're right.
You
You're
get
in the
paid-
NFL.
You're in the NFL, bro. The ball is hitting your hands.
You
What are
got
we
to go ahead
doing?
and get it.
What are we doing?
So that's my take on them.
Yeah,
They got to be better.
I agree, and it's scary for the Chiefs because, bro, now you gotta understand, like, all the teams you gotta play are tough. The AFC, there's no easy game for you coming out of the AFC. Period. You might have 3 teams from the AFC North in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's insane.
Think about that. You might have 3 teams in the AFC North, and they're all dogs. All of them are dogs. We're not even talking about any of the other teams.
Yeah, and that's my thing. This
We're not
is
talking
why
about the Bills. We're not talking about the Dolphins. I'm just saying AFC North.
Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Come on, baby. There's
The-
some dogs there.
The Browns.
I know they got no quarterback at the moment,
But their defense is
but
literally beating teams.
that is very true. And if you can't put up points,
What do it matter? You don't got
it
receivers that
don't
can catch the
matter.
ball.
Yep. So they got figured out. I want to put some blame on Andy Reid with his play calling. Kelsey needs to step up
Yeah, we're
because there's no reason for it. And Mahomes, I'm gonna put pressure on him too, because he is that dog. So he's got to figure it out. That's what I got to say.
All right, well thought out. I like that. For the Eagles and the Eagles fans out there, I'm gonna give you guys flowers. You guys are 9-1. You guys, like Eli said, you guys are doing what you're supposed to be doing, finding ways to win games. Guess what? Here comes Ray, making it about the New England Patriots. For 15 years, we were also said to win games by field goals and this, that, and the third. And I see a little bit. I'm not saying you guys are winning only by field goals, but I see a little bit in that. Somehow, in our reign, we found ways to win games, regardless if it was by 3 points or 30 points. So I got to give you guys flowers and just learning on how to win games. But this is where I'm going. This is where I'm also going to keep you guys in your little pocket because history kind of says that you guys need to win it or win the game when it matters the most. I'll start with the good. Uh, 2018, you guys went 13-3. Go to the Super Bowl, win a shootout game against, you guessed it, the New England Patriots. But now I'm gonna go into the bad, and this is why I'm telling you guys. I will give the Eagles as well as their fans, because obviously I got to do the fans, your flowers, because you guys are doing what you're supposed to be doing. But I need to see it in meaningful games. 2022, you guys go 13-3, lose in the Super Bowl against Kansas City Chiefs, right? Uh, 2004, you guys go, you guessed it, 13-3, lose in the Super Bowl against, once again, the New England Patriots. So every year that you guys have a phenomenal year, that you guys find ways to win. I mean, all three of those years you guys had a different identity, so I'll give you guys that. But when the game matters the most, you guys come up short. And I don't want to hear about Donovan McNabb having the flu in 2004 or Terrell Owens playing with a broken leg. I don't want to hear about the missed call by the refs last year against the Chiefs. Eli mentioned this, I think, off camera. If not, you mentioned in his points. There's a lot of other plays that seal the game. It's
Oh,
not just
1,000.
one, right? So, all in all, congratulations to the Philadelphia Eagles. You guys are just going through teams and figuring it out, and we truly appreciate. I'll truly appreciate that because it's very it's dominating, and I like that. I like teams that know how to win and dominate games. So, kudos to the Philadelphia Eagles. I was about to call you guys the Phillies for some reason. Staying in the NFC East, we are going to talk about the Dallas Cowboys and what really are the Dallas Cowboys? What is their identity? Are we putting any stock in their 8-3 or 9-3? No, I think 8-3 record.
Yeah.
I want to know from you guys. What do you think about them? Do you guys feel like they're a decent team, a good team? Can they be serious contenders in the playoffs?
I felt like I sent. Go ahead, E.
So I do think, and this is just me personally speaking. I know I always talk bad about the Cowboys because I can't stand them. Um, One thing I did always say though is I always thought their defense was legit. Like their defense is like a playoff contending defense. Um, I will say that Mike McCarthy has them boys rolling offensively though. Like I think Dak has figured out how to run the offense to help his type of play style so that he's not constantly looking bad because there are days where you're like, "Yo, how are you even in the league, brother? Like what are you looking at?" You know what I'm saying? But I think the fact that they started to use CD Lamb more, utilize him as a number one, because
Yeah,
like
we talked about this.
because
Find ways.
in the beginning of the year, bro, they were treating him like he wasn't a number one wide receiver. So I think once they got that part of their offense as like a staple of their offense, they were able to really now pour on points. But at the same time, the Cowboys are always gonna find a way to be the Cowboys, bro. Like you said it, stepping out of bounds against the Eagles. Like you're just finding ways to beat yourself at this point. And that's how I always feel about them. Like you guys can look good against a bunch of other teams, but what is it gonna look like in late December when we're in the playoffs and you got to play against an Eagles team in Philly or you got to play against a San Fran team in San Francisco? What is it gonna look like then? Or fuck it, if you got to play at home against a Seattle or
The Saints.
Saints, you know what I'm saying?
Detroit.
Like, what's gonna happen when it's some pressure on those games, and that's really what it comes down to for me with the Cowboys. Like, are y'all for real, or are y'all just a team that's gonna be like, hey, we can put up a lot of points and we can stop a lot of booty teams, but when it comes to playing against the dogs, like, we're only gonna get you 75% of the way. We're not gonna beat you. So that's how I feel.
You want to hear their wins? The Giants twice, Washington, New England, the Jets, Carolina, the Rams, the Chargers. Chargers are 4-6. Rams are 4-6. Carolina's 1-9. Jets are 4-6. New England's 2-8. 4-7 is Washington. 3-8 is the Giants. That's who they beat.
There you go.
Don't get me wrong. Dak, his numbers, when you look at them, they look great. But why do they look great?
Yeah.
Who are you competing against? Don't get me wrong. Against the Eagles, thought he was going to fold. But he did ball. He threw for
Yeah.
300 yards, 3 tutties. But when it mattered most, your big ass foot stepped out of bounds. And that sucks, you know? But I do see them striding in the right direction. I do agree with you. I think every year we talk about the Eagles,
Yeah.
Eagles. I mean the Cowboys. And they find a way to shoot themselves in the foot.
Always.
So their biggest thing is, can you finally win one playoff game?
Yeah, and not beat yourselves.
Yeah. Dak's been there 10 years.
Yeah.
Hasn't been to an NFC conference.
Yeah, in my humble opinion, bro, like if they lose first round again this year,
Gotta go.
he's got to go. They all got to go. Bro, it's not working. It's
He's
not
gotta go.
working.
He's gotta go. People got shorter clips
Facts, bro.
than him.
Facts.
And they paid him. They paid him.
Big money too.
He said it too. Golf from the Rams got pulled. Hey, bring in friggin' Stafford and won it.
A year after, no, that was a very shitty Super Bowl, but a year after they made it to the Super Bowl against the Patriots. So he at least took the Rams to the Super Bowl, and they still said, yeah, we're going to look the other way. Um, Dak, I don't know what the Cowboys have with you, but they put a lot of stock in you. So, and I don't want to put it all on Dak but Dak is the quarterback, so obviously everything is going to be put on them. I do want to play devil's advocate with something that you brought up, Eli. Though, I think you're absolutely right. Right, a lot of these teams that they beat, I mean, yeah, look at the record. The only thing that I think it is unfair, the schedule was made beforehand, and from those teams, for example, the Chargers. I get that they're 4 and whatever, but the Chargers was slighted to be one of those top teams with Justin Herbert and them. Injuries and poor play calling from the coach is what's killing them. I'm not going to name the Patriots. The Patriots are the Patriots. The Patriots. I think they beat the Vikings this year. The Vikings. I mean, with Cousins, that was before Cousins went down, and JJ. So there's also that. The Jets, another team that was supposed to be good. Unfortunately, week 1 they get Aaron Rodgers hurt. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to really cripple them in the fact that they're 8-3 against very bad teams because the schedule is the schedule. I'm just gonna give you guys flowers for at least capitalizing and winning against games. But what I will say is this: I mean, winning against teams. What I will say this: I'm gonna group you guys with the Eagles. We need you guys to win. Not we, but you guys need to win meaningful games.
Yeah.
You lose to the Eagles. You lose to the 49. Now, to Eli's point, the Eagles game was a little bit closer. You guys had the chance. Unfortunately, what happened, and you guys lost. You guys do lose to the Cardinals. I don't know what happened there, but
Yeah.
whatever. Figure that one out. And then you get smoked
Daddy
by the
five.
49ers. The only thing is what makes that even worse is right after the 49ers smoke you, they go on a 3-game losing streak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I really don't know what happened. But I'm going to group you guys again with the Philadelphia Eagles. You guys need to win meaningful games. You're going to play the Eagles again. You're not playing the Giants. I don't know. I think they're done with Washington. So you guys are going to play at least the Eagles one more time. And as of now, they're the best team in the
Right after the Niners game, they play the Cowboys.
again.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
wait. So they're playing the Niners again.
So the Eagles play the Niners week 13.
Oh,
Next week.
You're
Yeah.
saying okay.
Then
That's
the
what you're saying.
Cowboys and the Eagles play.
Yeah,
each
the
other.
Eagles they got him this year.
Yeah.
They went ahead, gave him the Dolphins. They out here giving KC.
Yeah.
Out here giving the Bills.
The Eagles, correct? That's what you're
Yeah,
saying.
yeah, yeah. Out here giving San Fran. Hey, now we're gonna give you the Cowboys. So it's like, yet again, that's that little we gotta win, gotta win.
Mr. Seven Rings. Tom Brady got on a podcast this past week and started I don't know, I guess spilling out his true feelings about the current state of the NFL. One of the big things he said is there is a lot of mediocrity in today's NFL game. Honestly, I'm not trying to do a deep dive because I do have a point or I do have something to say in regards to this. What do you guys feel about what Brady's coming out to say? Like, are you, do you really care?
Yes and no, because I've been thinking it. He actually had the balls to say it.
Mhm.
Defensively, teams look a lot better defensively. And I'll say to the defensive ends, they just get to the quarterback so quick. You know what I mean? Where offensively, we're always talking about protecting the quarterback, and I feel like there's only like 2 teams in the league that really maintain their quarterback, and that's like San Fran and the Eagles. everyone else is having a feast. We talk about the Bengals, we talk about the Giants, we talk about Patriots, like their O line just not being able to hold up. What are we doing with our processes of protecting the quarterback and developing this offensive line? Like, what are we doing on that side of the ball?
Mhm.
Because defensively, it looks like they got it figured out, and offensively, we've seen what these wide receivers can do, and what are we doing to develop on the offensive line to get those high level plays?
Mhm.
Because we're not going to be able to see it if
Yeah.
it takes 2 seconds to get to the quarterback.
Yeah.
So I want to see what we can do there in developing our offensive lines and what can we do to get that better, because I'm tired of seeing a good player like Burrow go down and potentially not play. So I want to see that develop. And he talks about me like, I get it. They're protecting our guys in a sense of like going down the middle. He talks about Revis and him being a dog. Like, hey, I'm not throwing in the middle because I know my guy's gonna be out the game. So I had to throw in specific parts of the field
Mhm.
to be able to make sure that my guy is not going to the sideline.
Yeah.
They're protecting guys now, so I get it. The game has definitely got a little softer, but it's obviously to protect guys because we've seen a lot of guys go down. But is that based off of, like you said earlier in the season, hey, we need to start preseason earlier so we're not having all these injuries.
Yeah.
So it comes to not just what he said, but also what are they doing to help these players out. We got to be able to have a better development system, and we got to have more structure, because I feel like offensively guys are killing, and then defensively our secondary we're not teaching the right way because it looks bad. Like there's just a lot going on where I feel like we could do a lot better. So I'm pretty good with his take.
Yeah. I watched a good amount of it. I think that was the podcast with Stephen A. Um
Yeah.
I I didn't really feel a way about it in the moment. I didn't think that when he said it, like it was like gonna be as big as it was. And then I feel like the media, it was kind of like it got
Whoa.
kind of like uh blown up out of proportion a little bit. I think I don't want to say it's mediocre. I don't like that take, only because the game is way better than what it was when you were playing, Tom. Like, I'm gonna just be for
Well, the
real.
game is definitely advancing.
Yeah, these athletes are not the same athletes. Like, like I don't want to get into that in the football tip because it's just an annoying argument that we have all the time, old versus new. So we're not gonna do that. What I will say, is that to his point, you probably do have a lot of like players who don't master the craft of the game, and in that sense, that's where it gets frustrating to watch, especially somebody like Tom Brady. I think he could have. He probably didn't dive into it, but I'm sure if he wanted to, he could have spoken about how like the scarcity of backup QBs. You know what I'm saying? Like, not every like. Do you know how important it is to have a backup QB now?
49ers,
Yo, do you know how important it is, bro? Like, just like,
the Jets.
yeah, like it changes the directory of everything, and goes to his point of like just development all around, bro. Like, you brought up offensive line, which is true. QB play, which is true. Running back play. You get what I'm saying? Like, what is it? I feel like the play, like the positions that you see that are evolving: wide receiver, tight end, cornerback, linebacker, defensive end, defensive tackle. You have defensive tackles now that are running close to 4.5s, 4.6s. So that means that not only is like the defensive side of the ball like getting better mentally, but physically they're just bigger, they're faster, they're stronger, and you're not helping these offensive linemen or offensive players to modify their skills so that they're prepared for that. It makes the game look a little ugly.
Yeah. I think you said that was great, dude. That was freaking solid because I freaking agree with you, and I think Bella does too.
Yeah, actually, I had something to say, but both of you said it, so we're gonna move on. We're gonna get into the NBA, and honestly, the only story that we're really gonna tackle, because I mean everything else is just kind of except for one thing, but I'm gonna let it slide for now. Josh Giddey and his recent allegations of allegedly dating a minor or having. Okay, the post said had. So when you use the word had, it kind of tells me that they used to date, like they're no longer together, but apparently had a relationship with a minor. I do want to put a note out there before we, all three of us say what we want to say about this. Okay, you use the word had. That means it's a past relationship. The kid just turned 21 last year. How old, like, how long ago was his relationship?
Right.
And also, we need to take into consideration that because he is Australian, in Australia and in the state of Oklahoma, the legal age is 16.
Oh, really?
So I need to know how long ago was this relationship? What, why are we considering it a minor? Are we considering it a minor because it's under 18? Or because it's 16 in Oklahoma and it's 16 in his home country in Australia? Like, was this because there's not too much information. They're in all the articles that I've read, they're making sure they're keeping it hush until things are played out, right? So is this a girl that he had in Australia? Here in the states, where in the states, how long ago, how long was the relationship, what truly happened? I mean, there was one that was saying that she was tweeting certain things, but it's social media. Are we really going to put stock on what she's tweeting?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So all of that to ask you guys, how do you feel about this? Or should we worry? Should the Oklahoma City Thunder worry? What's the deal here?
I don't. I don't know, dude. I feel like based off of what you said and based off what we talked about, I can't say much. There's not enough evidence to speak otherwise. Either he's in the wrong or if he's in the right. So I can't defend him, and I can't say he's wrong because if so, if it's 16 and we don't even know her age.
We don't know her name.
So it's not like we can debate and say like, hey, bud, you need to cut it out, or like, what are you doing, or like, hey, he's Australian. That's what happens over there.
Yeah.
It's normal. We can't even do that.
Look.
So it's very early, and I feel like they shouldn't never even came out with this. I feel like it's too early to even say or give him an allegation like, hey, this is going out to the public. They should have kept this on the wraps and waited to give him like, hey, you actually did this. You are wrong. We're gonna now put you in jail. Like
Yeah.
I felt like they went about it the wrong way.
Yeah. Listen. This is one of the things that I hate the most about females in this NBA industry, dog. Listen, I'm tired of y'all women trying to trap dudes. Number one, we're not about to. Yo, he. First of all, Ray literally just said it. He just turned 21, dog. He just turned 21. He's a kid. He's a kid making millions of dollars in one of the best leagues in the world. And now we want to try and find something to pin against him. This kid has had no issues. All he does is literally come in and play ball, right? Okay. We know he's not from here. He's from another country. So he's in a new country living new rules, right? And you said in the state of Oklahoma that the legal age is 16. So, like you said, what is considered a minor?
Yeah, like are we considering
So
a
like
minor
14,
in the state of Oklahoma? Because okay, then how old is she? Is she under 16?
Exactly.
Or are we using the federal legal age, which I think is 18, but I'm not.
Yeah.
I didn't really check that
And
100%.
but if you're in the state, you should be. You know what I mean?
exactly.
Those pertain to you.
Those
Those
pertain to
rules.
you. Exactly.
So that's what I'm saying. I feel like it's too early to
And
say.
like I hate that was even a thing, bro. Like it sucks that like cuz like now this takes away from what he's doing on the court. Now you see nobody's brought up anything of that.
Yeah.
But they automatically now they're just going to try and shine these allegations on him. And we don't know him. So I'm not going to sit here and like constantly try to defend him, but like it's just annoying, bro. Like like they're just such easy targets. They're just such easy targets. And the fact that he's just turned 21 and they're trying to do this is crazy. He's a kid. He's literally a kid.
Yeah, the quote was had a relationship, and that was prior to him turning 21. So he said it best. He's gonna leave it to his lawyers as he should.
Mm-hmm.
He should wait to speak on it. I really feel bad for him because like not only like that just takes away everything.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You're basically taking everything away from him.
Yep.
And what he's worked for, because he came out the country to then come play in the NBA. So it's tough. It's tough. And I know he's, my boy, nervous. You know? And he probably felt like he did nothing wrong. And now all of a sudden it's being said. So that's the scary part.
Free Josh Giddey, bro.
Yeah. What I do want to say is because I agree with Eli. If there's not really much right now, why are we even bringing this to light? Like, if we want to keep this hush, there's not too much information. You guys are trying to do an investigation and an investigation. Excuse me. Why is this even a topic? Like, you go on ESPN and then you go on the NBA tab. The first thing is boom, Josh Giddey. We're not even talking about Denver losing 3 games straight. No one's talking about that. No one's talking about the defending champions losing 3 games straight, right? And one of those games was against the Rockets, by the way. Just letting people know. Or I think 2 of them were against the Rockets.
Sheesh.
So
Or talk
it's
about Oklahoma. They're doing
yeah,
their thing too.
they're balling. They're balling. That's what I'm saying. So because of all that, now I'm gonna get to my point. Whoever is the reason that this is out, either the league or the team, another whatever, it's gross. If you guys are trying to bring awareness to this and take shine away from other things that probably should be talked about, that's a little gross. That's a little gross. Yeah, I guess free. I mean, he's not locked up or anything, but free him from whatever is going on because no one knows what's. Oh, and those in social media, I don't really have to talk to you guys, but cut it out. All right, you guys just are clout chasers. I mean, I guess you can call us clout chasers for even talking about it, but we're just trying to bring light to the fact that this even shouldn't be a topic. It really shouldn't.
Yeah, unless he's accused of it and like he's going to trial, like
Hey, yeah, come on.
it shouldn't even be in the talks or works of like being out there because now he's 21. This is gonna be that's his life. Like you're putting that brand on him.
Yeah,
You know what I
Right.
mean?
sucks.
Like he's gonna go
Sorry.
through life and be like, "Oh, you were that dude messing with a 14-year-old."
Yeah.
Meanwhile, he was probably 17 and there was nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah.
In the National Hockey League, the New York Rangers, all right, are out there just running through teams, running through them. The New York Rangers right now are I have this here. Excuse me, 15-3.
Damn.
They lost 3 games.
Damn.
Fellas. I didn't look up who they lost to, but no one really cares right now because they
Just-
won 15.
We just beat
And
Boston yesterday.
And the
Talk that
15th
talk.
win was against the second best team, which is the Boston Bruins.
Sorry, Webb.
Right. I'm only bringing this up for you two. Both of you are New York Rangers fans. How do we feel as Rangers fans? What's going on? Are you guys tapping in? Are you guys watching,
Yeah.
noticing?
I am.
Okay.
We look good, man. I've said it all season long. It's definitely the biggest change I see is the coaching, the structure that he has them playing. Just it is allowing them to be aggressive defensively, which I think is what they always wanted. But now you have all your offensive skill players in position to play defense and score offensively. And I gotta tip my hat to Gustafsson. He has stepped in defensively and helped with because Heedle's out and Adam Fox is injured. He has stepped up and he's looked like a number one defenseman in the league. Like he's scoring goals, he's creating scoring opportunities, he's controlling our power plays. So I think like that's like really, really huge. I also gotta give a shout out to Quick, man. Like we brought him in to be a backup goalie. He's the number one goalie in all the goalie
boys
stats in the league
wildin'.
right now. And we
Nuts.
have arguably the best
Nuts.
goalie in the
Facts.
league. So we have like this two-headed walking monster
Yeah.
in net where it's our defense is good and you can't score. So I like that mixture there. And I love how the young guys are coming on. Pause. Like Alexis Lafreniere is actually turning that corner. We're still waiting for Kako to like really like turn it on. But like I think the opportunities that he's had have been awesome. You still see growth in him. And then I mean, Panarin's literally been on a tear since the season started. I feel like he's definitely going for MVP. He definitely heard all the all the media telling him that he was a flake last year because he didn't play well, and especially in the playoffs, he didn't show up when he needed to. Well, homeboy has scored a point in almost every game this
Damn.
season.
Put some money on it, boy.
Yeah.
Yes, yo, you want to make some bread? Put some money on bread, getting you a point for that game. I promise you, it's gonna happen. So really excited, man. It's just like we just got to keep going, got to keep going. I do say like the more that we play the good teams and we're playing well against them, I won't even say just wins because sometimes like with the way hockey is, like you're not gonna win every time. A bad bounce of the puck into the fucking net can happen, but the way we're playing against the top teams is
Yeah.
really what excites me, and
Get you
I
excited.
love the defensive pressure. Like it's just to me, the coaching is just a big difference. He's got those stars rolling, so I'm excited. I'm happy.
I got nothing to say. I just hope we're able to bring that energy in the playoffs. Cause golly,
We
I
need
get
it.
geeked up. I
We
get
need
geeked
it.
up.
We need it.
I'm a new fan, so I'm watching and I'm like, what's happening? Like, show me the ropes and just watching how these guys fly is insane. Like I told you I went to a Devils game and I'm like, oh, this is nice. So I could just imagine in the Garden. Like I could just imagine.
Yeah.
So watching it and seeing how they play, I'm geeked up. I don't know much, but I'm geeked.
Yeah.
Um. Shout out to the New York Rangers for doing what it do. I do want to shine some light on a couple of rookies, right? Number one, we spoke about this kid multiple times. Connor Bedard,
Yeah.
have a year,
Nah,
kid.
he's
Have a year. This kid is number one in the rookie rankings for the Chicago Blackhawks. He has 10 goals
Damn.
currently, leading all rookies with 7 assists.
nah.
Offensively, he's him.
No.
Damn.
And I know we mentioned this, or whoever one of us mentioned this before. This guy is just looking like,
Legendary.
yeah. It's just remember when Sidney Crosby came
Yeah,
in.
yeah, yeah.
This is what it reminds me a little bit
Mhm.
of. So I truly appreciate that. Number 2 on the rookie rankings, Luke Hughes,
Yeah.
not to be confused with Jack Hughes for the New Jersey Devils, is really showing out. Now he only has 2 goals, but he has 10 assists and he leads all defensive categories for rookies. Going nuts. God bless you. Number 3, I have Logan Cooley for the Arizona Coyotes. He has also, I believe, 2 goals with 11 assists, similar numbers to Luke Hughes, and he's also a defensive monster
Yeah.
for the Arizona Coyotes. You guys, I'm not gonna go on, more than that. I'm just really trying to shine some light on the top 3 to kind of showcase this NHL rookie class. Not just them 3, because obviously there's more, but we don't have time to go through everybody. You guys are out there, and the baton has to be passed
Oh yeah.
because dudes like Crosby and I think Ovechkin is already out of the league, right?
No, he's still playing,
He's
but
still playing.
they're on their way.
They're on their way out. They're. I know in hockey you can play till like you're 50. I get it, but it's time for that new era to step in, and you guys are making sure of that. I don't have this on the docket. I completely forgot about it. I do have it in my notes. I don't know why I didn't put this up. I'm finally going to talk about baseball. Just a little bit, right? And what I'm going to talk about is a few moves that have been made and what I think means to certain free agents and teams. Okay. A lot of players out there are signing contracts, are moving on here, this, that, and the third, except for obviously the freaking Yankees. But I can start with the Yankees, and I can start how you guys are already starting bad in my book. We trade Jake Bowers to the Milwaukee Brewers for guess what? 2 outfielders.
Why?
2 outfielders that play quadruple A. Like they don't even play pro. They play quadruple A. It's just no one knows these guys. I'm not even gonna say their name because who cares? Who cares? It's horrendous. We're already in the BS, the New York BS. Trade because Jake Bowers he was helping us out. So now you're just gonna kick him out for
For nothing.
nobody,
For nothing.
right? And the reason why I'm mad at this is because there's a lot of allegations of Juan Soto becoming a Yankee. Well, if you trade Jake Bowers for 2 outfielders, what does that tell a lot of teams, or what does that tell Juan Soto? Correct. All right. Now, Another team that made another move that I think is going to affect Juan Soto is the Seattle Mariners. The Mariners end up trading Eugenio Suarez to the Arizona Diamondbacks. You know what this means? Number one, Arizona, you just got better.
That's a
I know you guys
fact.
have Evan Longoria, and he still does what he does. But guess what? Now you got a younger third baseman that hits about 30 home runs a year,
Facts.
and his glove is insane.
Yeah.
So now you guys just got better, right? Along with everything else that's going on, right? What does that mean for Seattle? Guess what? You just cleared up about $15 million in cap space. Um, Julio Rodriguez might have something to do with maybe getting Juan Soto to becoming a Mariner.
Damn.
So guess what, Cashman? If you don't make a move, guess who probably will? And that is Seattle Mariners.
And I think they're trying to get Snell too.
That is
Okay.
gross.
Philadelphia Phillies, good job. You guys are keeping Aranola.
Yeah.
There's another rumor. Nothing has happened, but guess what? There's a rumor with the Philadelphia Phillies potentially grouping up Nick Castellanos and a couple of guys to the Los Angeles Angels to pair Bryce Harper and Mike Trout in Philadelphia.
Hey,
Damn, my
yo.
boy, South Jersey.
I ain't even gonna
Come
hold
on,
you.
go crazy.
That if that were to happen, boy,
Listen,
I will be at Citizens Bank then the following day.
I might
Let's-
have
Game one.
Let's go Phillies.
I might have to be a Phillies fan for a year or for life if
or yeah, for the foreseeable
Yeah.
future.
if the Yankees really can't figure this out.
Golly,
But
son.
rumors of it's just rumors, okay? But the rumors are very heavy right now, and let me tell you, if there's one team that could potentially do this,
Yo, he want to go there.
it's the Philadelphia
Come
freaking Phillies. All right, we're talking about pairing up the two guys for about 6 years was literally the face, not the
Yeah.
face, but these two guys just dominated statistically the MLB. And we're not forgetting. We're not gonna forget Schwarby, Aranola, Turner. We're not gonna forget these guys. All
They're
right.
gonna be loaded.
Sorry. One of the guys that they're probably unpacking, because a lot of people forgot, but I mentioned this during the playoffs, is Rhys Hoskins, very good third baseman that the Angels could use, especially with Anthony Rondon not really being what
injury.
he was supposed to be. Last, I guess rumor. Oh no. Sorry. Let me not make this the last one because there's another one that is big. Okay. All right. You guys remember? You guys have heard of a team called the Atlanta Braves, right?
Yeah.
What if I tell you Otani is a Brave next year?
That'd be crazy. I would nah.
Okay, hear
Turn
me
off
out.
the mic.
The Atlanta Braves, there's a potential rumor that somehow they cleared up some amount of cap space to sign the great Otani. And the only reason this is a highlighted rumor is because somewhere Otani was said that he wants to go to a team that has one of the greatest chances to win a World Series because his prime years are counting down. That being said, obviously the Braves aren't the only one because you can also just go across the street with the Los Angeles Dodgers, stay in Los Angeles, and it's also closer to Japan, so that doesn't rule them out. But the Braves have been in heavy circuit for the Shohei Otani sweepstakes. Another big time name. I think it's a big time name. You did mention Blake Snell potentially going to Seattle. I've also heard other teams that Blake Snell could go. I'm not really going to get into it because it's going to get disgusting if he goes to those teams. But Glasnow of the Tampa Bay Devil Rays have been paired up also with the Atlanta Braves. So if you sit there and tell me these guys are going to have Strider, Glasnow, Morrow, and I'll throw another guy in there that's also been paired to the Atlanta Braves.
That's
you guys
gross.
know Corbin Burns in Milwaukee?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's gross.
Yeah. Now Corbin Burns have also been paired with another teams. Yankees are not one of them, unfortunately. Boston is one, which will be freaking gross. Burns is also in the sweepstakes to join the Atlanta Braves and other teams. But let me tell you, it is getting disgusting in the MLB especially for our beloved New York Yankees that seem to not make moves. Cashman, Hal, and I guess Aaron Boone, because I guess you're part of it. Ray of the Biggie Smalls podcast would like to tell you I've seen some posts. I was going to tag you in the post, but whatever. It's time to become the evil empire again. Whatever you need to do to get Juan Soto, it needs to be done. Don't lose Juan Soto because you lost Luis Castillo to the Seattle Mariners. Let's not have a part two with the Seattle Mariners. Go get Juan Soto. Make sure you don't lose Aaron Judge. I don't really care for the rest. Or excuse me, don't lose Garrett Cole either. Sorry, let me not do that. I don't really care. Give up whatever. Just don't lose Judge and Cole, because I think one of you guys also posted this in the chat. If we in a year or two have Soto, Judge, and Dominguez in our outfield, good luck.
Now we
Uh, Yamamoto. Do not lose Yamamoto to the Boston Red Sox or the New York Mets. Figure out a way to get Mr. Masahiro Tanaka .2 for the New York Yankees.
Yeah.
Okay? And guess what? I'm going to go here as well. Get Juan Soto, get Yamamoto, and become the evil empire, and go get Cody Bellinger as well. Just get all three. At that point, I don't really care what you do. You solidify, and you just get those three. I'll stay a Yankee fan.
I like it.
I'll stay a Yankee fan. Other than that, it's getting really gross and it's getting crazy. You guys remember Hot Stove on the Yes Network? Yeah, I can imagine how crazy Hot Stove is going right now, because a lot of the moves and rumors that is going on in the MLB is insane. Insane. That is my little tangent on the MLB. We are going to go into an international sport, soccer. And Argentina goes into a hostile environment in Brazil and get a very feisty W against the Brazil men. Actually, I don't know what they're called. The Brazil national soccer national team. At the beginning of this game, a fight brews up, which is, I guess, normal. Argentina, Brazil. It's kind of like Puerto Rico versus DR when it comes to those two, especially in the sport of soccer. Fight breaks out. Messi does Messi things. And I think he's the one. Actually, I need to look that up, but I'm pretty sure he's the one that scored the goal. If he didn't, whatever, but Messi played a huge part in it. What do you guys think about Argentina possibly saying, listen, I know we won our World Cup, possibly on Messi's way out. We're pretty much here to stay. What do you guys think about this win into the hostile environment in Brazil and making a statement to the rest of the world?
A lot of people were surprised. I wasn't surprised. They just literally just came off the World Cup. For whatever reason, people thought it was rigged. I watched a lot of those games, and I'm not even a real big soccer guy.
I watched every single one of them.
Motherfuckers. Argentina looked good in the World Cup, and they looked good against Brazil. Yeah. They looked like a team that's been playing together, that their chemistry is flowing. And guess what? We have Messi. What?
That's it.
Yeah. We're in any game. We are in any game. So, I honestly don't really think the fact that they won in Brazil. I get that. That's a story. Big. But am I surprised? No.
I gotta say, freaking EJ's on a roll.
Yeah, I don't. EJ took over this one episode. I guess to help Brazil out is you guys do not have Neymar, because Neymar got hurt X amount, or I think in a friendly playing for Brazil. He got hurt, and unfortunately, Vinicius Jr. got hurt early in this game, which again I don't have it in this docket, but I'm just gonna make a note of it. Hurts another club team by the name of Real Madrid. It does hurt them. Why? Because now you guys lost Vinicius Jr. You guys also lose Camavinga, or however you pronounce his name. But this helps one person. If you guys remember a certain Rude Bellingham that I mentioned, guess what, Rude? Guess what time it is? It's time to be the new what's this guy's name? Ronaldo for this team. Okay, I think it's time. I think you're already on the way there, but you need to back up. And one of the reasons why is Real Madrid in certain games recently, even though they're winning, do not look very good. So Rude, it's your time to shine. Gonna get into our last part of this docket, and that is college football, and that it's crunch time. It is getting crazy out here.
Dun, 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 dun.
Starting off with number 3, Michigan. Michigan Wolverines beat out Ohio number 2, excuse me. The number 2, the Ohio State University,
Yeah, buddy.
and what seemed to be
By a tutty, right?
yes, but that tutty felt like 14 points.
Oh, did it?
Oh my goodness. I don't know why, but the way Michigan said, you know what, Ohio State, we understand you guys are number 2, but check us out. We're gonna take this game from you, and we're possibly gonna give Georgia a run. Well, by the time you guys get this episode, the top 4 rankings or the playoff rankings is probably gonna be out already. But whatever. They might give Georgia a run for their money to be number 1 because Georgia, they still win against Georgia Tech,
Yeah.
but they only win by like 6.
Oh wow.
Georgia Tech is
Tight game.
unranked.
Yeah. Tight game.
So I don't think Georgia will be out of the top 4 because that's what really matters in college football right now. But they could lose the number 1 spot to Michigan. I do have a little nugget. This is the 3rd year in a row that Michigan beats out Ohio State.
Yeesh.
So Ohio State, I don't know what's going on over
Can't
there.
Get over the hump.
All those years that you have dominated, it might be over.
Mhm.
I also want to make note that this is done. This is being done with Harbaugh still suspended.
Oh, I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Harbaugh was not
Making her move.
on the sidelines for this game.
Damn. So they lost and Harbaugh. Jesus.
As far as I'm concerned, if I'm wrong, let me know in the comments below. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I just missed him or something. But Harbaugh was not, in my eyes, he wasn't present. Now, where this could help another team on the outside of the top 4 is Florida State University, who end up. Listen, a lot of the top. I think it was like the top 7. A lot of these games were very close.
Yeah.
Alabama, Roll Tide, wins in last-second fashion against Auburn in the Iron Bowl.
Buddy.
FSU only wins by 1 touchdown to Florida, unranked Florida. Michigan, 1 touchdown, but like I said, it felt like 14 points. Georgia, they only win by 6 against Georgia State. Washington, I think it was Arizona State that they beat.
They went off a field goal, Washington.
So a lot of the top 6, you guys didn't dominate the way you probably should have. Like for Florida State, I'm still gonna give you flowers. You guys played I watched most of the game. You guys played well, but it's unranked Florida.
Yeah.
You guys were averaging like 30 points per game.
Last week, Florida State lost their QB rest of the season.
Yes, they did. They did. And it looks like for good. I'm not too sure what that means.
I think he posted on IG saying he was done for the rest of the season.
But what I was trying to look for in that is, does that mean? 'Cause it doesn't say that he's declaring. It just says
Yeah.
it just
for
says
the
he's
season.
done for FSU. So I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
Or are you done playing football for your life? Like,
Oh,
is
yeah.
that how serious the injury is?
Yeah.
Because no one has mentioned
What
the
it
draft.
was. Yeah.
So speedy recovery, obviously.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll keep you posted if there's any more information in regards to, I guess, his draft stock, especially.
I'm also surprised you didn't say anything about Alabama. Because, buddy, if the quarterback is not wearing 4, I think you guys lose.
Yeah, yeah.
Because, yo,
He did
in
say
the corner of the end zone
No,
to
no.
win is insane.
the throw
buddy.
was gross, and the catch was even grosser,
Yeah,
which is
yeah,
not a
yeah.
word, but whatever. I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I do want to give kudos to our offensive line. When I tell you this guy had 4 quarters in itself in that one play,
Yeah. Boy
Bro,
had
4 quarters went by in that one play. Like the amount of real estate this kid had was insane to me. Right? So I want to give kudos to
Yeah.
Alabama's offensive line in that one
Yeah.
play. I'm just not bringing it up because I'm just a weirdo. I don't want to jinx anything because we do have to go out and play Georgia now for the SEC championship. So that's going to be a very,
game though.
very big game.
Everybody cool.
Yeah.
And the other thing is Milrow ends up and going and saying in camera,
Oh, my.
Yeah.
he goes out and say in
Oh,
camera, give
son.
me the mother effing Heisman. Milrow, listen, I appreciate the confidence,
Yo, bruh.
but you started pretty bad this season. Yes, you picked up play, but guess who else is out there? There's a lot of other quarterbacks out there.
Dogs, boy.
Yeah. Listen. I'm not saying you don't have a chance. I'm not gonna sit here and say that.
better be Georgia talking like that, because
But listen. Bo Nix just had 6 touchdowns last week. Penix is going nuts. We're not gonna forget about the boy in USC, Caleb.
yeah.
Drake May is quietly being one of the top quarterbacks out there for North
Yo,
Carolina.
for real though.
So
Hey, yo, Giants, figure it out, baby. The draft class is great.
Patriots as well.
Figure it out.
Listen, Patriots, if there's a year, I don't know if you guys like Mac Jones or not, and I'm really sad because I
Yo.
ended up wasting money on this jersey, but it's only because it's gray. For some odd reason, Mac Jones was the only player to have this color jersey, so I had
Nah, it
it.
looks nice.
I spent the money. Whatever. I'm gonna support, even though we're trash. If there's a year that you guys want to potentially replace Mac Jones, guess what?
Yo.
This upcoming draft is probably the one. Yeah.
Yo, Giants lose today. I need that number 1.
Nah, yeah, word. I need Caleb Williams in a Giants jersey.
Once again, you guys are gonna get this episode Monday,
Oh,
but
my bad, my bad.
for those that know, no, I'm not saying that,
Yo,
and
my God.
I'm just saying for those that don't know, the New York Giants, which is EJ and Eli's team, is playing the New England Patriots,
Yeah.
which of course is my team.
Yo.
Yo,
The
I hope
fighting
y'all,
for first.
I hope y'all come in and spank us.
At home.
Um,
Hey, yo.
They are here in New Jersey. It would have been cool to go watch that.
42-10.
You know what we should have done? Wow,
Yes.
wow,
Yo, E, okay.
damn.
I need it bad.
It would have been
Can
cool.
the Patriots score even 42, bro?
We should have went out there and
Let 'em.
Oh,
we should have did a podcast
out
Outside
there.
there.
Yeah.
while tailgating.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been a lot, but that would have been kind of cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
It would have been freezing.
if we were better.
Yeah, maybe if it was a good game.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
We would
Um,
be podcasting the
Good luck to both teams. I'll say that because at this
Yeah.
point it's whatever.
Hey,
Battle for the number
almost number 1.
Yeah.
number 2, I guess, because Carolina's I think has worse.
No, it's
right?
the Bears.
The Bears. So it's
'Cause
whatever.
Remember, the Bears got the.
You guys are what?
Hey.
2 and what?
No,
Or
we're
3 and what?
3.
Sorry. I didn't mean that.
No, it
Sorry.
doesn't even matter. Like, I'm not saying in a bad way. I'm just
3 and
mad
8?
that we won.
I think we're also 3 and 8, if I'm correct.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I'm gonna shine light once again, and EJ is here so he can attest this. Once again, I'm gonna end the episode with this. If you guys are not watching college women's basketball, I really don't know what you're doing. I really don't know what you're doing because homegirl in South Carolina, I think it was, scored 35 points. Full Wiley is also going nuts. Oh, by the way, the girls that remember that I told you there was girls I think in Florida or Florida State, like the 2 twins. Miami, excuse me. They transferred to TSU.
Yeah.
TCU.
TCU.
TCU. And
They're still sitting. They have
Yeah.
to sit there 30 days.
Yeah.
For some odd reason, this was made a big deal, and as of now, I don't truly understand why. But apparently, this move was huge. So I'm gonna keep you guys posted on as to why, because I'm glued.
Well,
I am
mean,
glued.
It,
Sorry. Say what you need to say, because I do
No.
need a.
It just Miami was a powerhouse with them too, and TCU was like 2 guards away. Now they got that. With
Yeah.
The sisters.
Yeah.
And so like TCU supposedly once they're cleared to play, they're supposed to be able to make a run. But the NCAA women's basketball is just so open. Yo, come March,
It's crazy.
it's
crazy.
gonna get ill.
UConn, I'm sorry. I know you guys lost one of your big players. That was kind of sad.
Yeah.
Is Paige still out, or I think Paige is okay.
Back.
Paige is back.
I do have a little gripe with UConn though. Yo, this is back-to-back years Azzy Fudd has got hurt, and it's the same injury, the same exact injury.
Oh no, we're not doing that. UConn.
You guys are turning into a Yankees
Conspiracy?
organization, bro.
Yo.
Yeah, no.
Yo,
that
Paige
can't be.
Becker's back-to-back years, Azzy Fudd back-to-back years.
What's going on?
What is happening?
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
You guys need to figure
These
that
are
out.
kids. They need, they
they
come
need the
to
best
these
treatment.
schools. They need the best treatment.
And
Come
you're
on.
UConn.
Yeah, and you're UConn.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Like why?
They
Why?
need to
Why are
run
we
it.
not trying to treat these ballers better?
Oh man.
That's all I have. I don't know if it's Eula or Ula Chamberlain. From Oregon. What's up? Hit me up.
Hey, yo.
Hit me up. That's my new Nelsie Plume.
Damn.
Kelsey Plume. I saw her ball one day and I was like, yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Guys, phenomenal episode in my point,
Great
my
jobs.
opinion. I have nothing
Yeah.
else. I don't know if you guys want to touch base on anything.
Nah, I got nada.
Nathan's hot dogs.
Nada.
Nah, man.
Hey,
Listen.
yo, hit your bet slips, my boy.
Yeah, word. Yo, word. And if y'all got any like weekly bets, yo, send them through to us, bro.
Slide
Show
them
us-
things,
Send us some love. You know.
Hey,
what
yo,
I'm
Slide them
saying?
Mo Star,
dangs.
I appreciate you with the 2 tutties, bro.
No, Mostar.
Bro,
Who else? Debo. Thank you very much.
Yo.
That also helped me up this week in fantasy.
Hey, if KD was giving me some bread, I'd give money to KD because I know he out here trying to get a check. I get it. He's been hooping, so kudos to him.
I just robbed this kid. Make sure you guys like the video if you enjoy the video. There's no reason why you don't enjoy this video, especially this episode. This episode went nuts. But we would greatly appreciate it if you guys like the video, if you enjoy the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And let me tell you,
Yeah.
if you're not a subscriber, you are a puti. I can guarantee it.
Yeah.
And hit that notification bell so you never miss a banger. It is the Biggie Smallz podcast. Eli, EJ, and myself, Ray. We are out of here. We love you guys.
Peace.
Peace.